Woohoo! I think we're live, boys and girls. We are back once again for some more Premier League predictions as we gear up for matchday number 6. Get your predictions ready, because here we go. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction live stream coming at you over on YouTube. It is matchday number 6, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football. We're going to all here under one roof. Skis. Let me just get all my gear ready here because I've got to get the chat in sight here. So let's get going, folks. Obviously, we've got a lot to talk about. It is matchday number 6 coming at you. And we're going to talk about it right here, right now. But before then, we're going to go over my predictions to see how well I got on. And then see how well you guys got on last weekend. So it is Premier League. So hello to anybody in the chat. It is usually, it's a little bit earlier than what I've tried to do. I've got a lot on my agenda today. So that's why we're coming in an hour early. So a couple of people in the chat, so hello. Hello Zane, hello Liam, once again, come back in for your predictions. So let's go take a look back at matchday number 5. This was just a couple of days ago, really. Liverpool, they took on Newcastle and they won 3-1. I actually called a 3-0 victory for Liverpool, so not too shabby indeed. Brighton took on them six-fingered freaks. It was a 1-1 draw. Final score, I actually called a 2-1 win for Brighton, so not too shabby. United did beat Leicester, probably one of the games of the weekend. I actually called a 2-2 draw. I couldn't separate the two sides, so not great as well. Sheffield United did lose at home to Southampton. 1-0 win for the Saints. I actually called a 5-goal thriller, so I didn't get that one right either. Spurs did take on Crystal Palace. They put 4 past them. 4-0 win for the Tottenham. Actually went with a 2-0 win. Goals galore in this one at Molineux. 7 goals in it. 5-2 victory for Chelsea. England could have a new striker on their hands with Tammy Abraham. Bunching in a hat-trick, 5-2 in the end. I actually called a 2-1 win for Chelsea, so not too shabby. But the surprise of the weekend wasn't Millwall's result against Rovers where they lost. It was this one. Norwich picked up a 3-2 win up against the champions, 5 goals in it, and they held on for dear life. 3-2 final score. I don't think anybody in the predictions called this one. I'll get to your question in a second. Liam Scott's a very good question. But I actually got the right amount of goals. I just didn't distribute them correctly. 4-1 for Manchester City over Norwich was wrong. Bournemouth took on Everton. 3-1 final score. Actually went with a 1-0 win for Everton. 2-2 final score. Watford against Arsenal. Actually went with a 2-1 win for Arsenal as well. And wrapping it up on Monday Night Football. It was a bore draw. 0-0 in the end. Actually went with a 3-1 win for Aston Villa. And as you can see, I did absolute shits and giggles this week. 3 results were okay. The rest were red. So that means I got a big fat red face. This is me this week. How well did you guys get on? We'll have a look. This is the criteria. We'll talk about that in a minute. Liam Scott has asked a very, very, very important question. Probably the most important question we're going to hear today. Will we sign Lewis Holtby? I don't know if we will or we won't, but I bloody hope so. I think he's a quality player. 28 years of age. In his prime. We could get a good 2 or 3 years out of him in midfield. Ex-German international. Ex-Spurs player. Ex-Fulham player. Yeah, he would be an absolute boost for us. However, on the flip side, how many midfielders do we actually need? But I'll take him. I'll take him all day long. Anyway, folks. So, yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be many of us in the chat because I am a little bit early. But we're going to take a look at how you guys got on if you put your predictions in down the bottom. We'll have a look, Zane. We'll have a look. Well, these are the guys that put them in the bottom down in the comments section. Again, you can participate with me right here, right now, live, which is fun, and we can see what everyone goes with live. But you can also punch it in the comment section down below, and then we can take a look at them as a whole next time out. So, the Italian Devil 222, he did okay for himself. Shawis Chowdhury did all right as well. Football Nerd, not too shabby. We are QPR. I got his name right today. Did okay. Jaden Agenga, also pretty good. So these guys got at least 4 or more. Crazy Vlogger TV is in the house. You did terrible. Absolute terrible, mate. Team Who did terrible as well. He joined your Red Face gang. John Ked. I'm also in the Red Face gang, by the way. Hello, Liam Scott. Hello, Russell Frost. I've also said, yeah, I'm all over the place. John Kedwood did terrible. Vincent Hung did terrible as well. United Lad did okay for himself. LG and Cal, big friend of the channel, did terrible. Ian Thomas did all right. Picked himself up a little bit. Brendan Show did okay. Rex Moses, not too shabby. And Judy did all right as well. Moving on to the next batch of predictions here. Shallow TG did terrible. A lot of red faces. I don't think anybody got the thumbs up. If there was, there might be one. Robert Waldron did terrible. I think Noco Drinker, he did okay. Ben R did not too shabby. Adam C67 did all right. Addy Operta did okay as well. Russell Frost in the house, is he? Yes, he is. He did okay. Joe Turner, I think he was the only one with a big fat thumbs up. So congrats. We got to give him a round of applause. In the chat, give him a round of applause. Joe Turner, big fat thumbs up. Surrey David did terrible. Roby Czech did okay. Mason Earl joined the red face gang. A lot of red faces this week because obviously the majority of the weeks, Liverpool and Man City are going to be bankers. That's going to be 2 for you right there. And Man City lost. So that's a bubble burster right there. Des Yours did terrible. Matt Gibbs also red face gang. Cristiano Ronaldo was with us. He did terrible. Adele Plays 10, he did terrible as well. Got quite a lot of predictions today. DJ Ketchup, not too shabby. William AFCB did terrible. Yannick Bustler, I think he's in the house. He did all right. Nathan Heaver, big fan of the channel. He did pretty good as well. Alongate Alabama, it did not too badly. Blessings Trevenga, also not too shabby. Andrew Walters, not too shabby. Adams Celtic joins us in the red face gang. Kim Sanderson, also with the red face gang. Omaji Monday did okay. He actually did pretty well with the other bad boys and the European ones. The one and only KC, he did okay. The Prime Oppo also did all right for himself. And now these are the people that write the essays. James Rigby, he did okay. And that is it. That is what we had in the chat. In the comments I'm in, so make sure you get them in the old down the bottom there. So just want to say hello to a few people who just popped in. Hello Fonsma Jalot, LG Cow, hello. Jacob Carter is here as well. Yes you were. Joe Turner's, he's happy with his result. And yeah, I know. Hey, Elgin Cow, we all did pretty terrible. The majority of us, anyway. So this is what it looks like currently in the Premier League. Liverpool top of the pops, 100% record so far, 5 wins out of 5. Man City though dropping 5 points adrift. Spurs doing bits as well as it stands, 8 points. Man United are up there in 4th. So not too shabby when you look at it. Chelsea, Arsenal, they're all in the thick of things. It is a very tight looking top chunk of the table here. Look, when you see 7th, Arsenal, 8 points. 3rd, Spurs, 8 points. It is even, Steve. Down the bottom there, Watford, Wolves, and Newcastle going down if the season were to end today. Hello. So let's take a look at matchday number 6 coming at you. Make sure you get your predictions in the old comment section or in the chat section live when we go through this. I'll give you the little heads up. We're going to go into Southampton versus Bournemouth. So get your predictions in the chat so we can read them out aloud for you and see how well you think we'll get on. So we're talking about a bit of a derby here. This is the new South Coast derby in the Premier League. Southampton up against Bournemouth. Now Southampton come into the table in 10th. Bournemouth are in 9th. So it is one of them mid-table crunch clashes. The record, the points, both have 7 points on the board. Bournemouth and Southampton winning both their last game as well. The record between these two sides goes like this: 7 wins for Bournemouth, 13 wins for Southampton, 9 draws over the years. The bookmakers go evens for Southampton, 13-5 for Bournemouth, 27-10. It is the draw. We have a couple of predictions in the house. LG and Cow, you're the first one with us, and he's going 2-1 win for Bournemouth away from home. Zane's going with a 2-2 draw. Fosma Jallo's going with a 1-1 draw as well. Liam Scott with a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Lewis Asher's in the house. He goes with a 1-0 win for Bournemouth. Russell Frost, he's also gone with Southampton as well. It is very split. A lot of people cannot decide. It's all over the shop. Jacob Carter's gone with a 3-1 win for Bournemouth. Ryland Davis is in the house, 2-1 win for Bournemouth as well. So it is a little bit 50-50. Kind of separate the two sides. MJW FIFA, 2-2 final score for him. I'm actually nicked it for a 2-1 win for Southampton. Tristan's gone with a 2-0 win as well. Legolas Good has gone with a 1-1 draw as well. So yes, just a little update on FIFA. I'm supposed to do a live drawing of my FIFA 20 career mode today. That's been postponed. We're going to do it tomorrow live on the channel. We've got the 4 teams. It's either Salford, Sunderland, Napoli, or Athletic Bilbao. If you want to join me live tomorrow, it'll be around about an hour from now, like noon. 5 p.m. UK time. But anyway, a couple more predictions in the house. Blessings Trevenga is going with a 2-1 win for Southampton, and Tristan with a 2-0 win. So if you want to join the FIFA stream tomorrow, that is live. What we got? Leicester up against Tottenham. This is a fruity little game, this one. Leicester are in 5th. Spurs are in 3rd. Both on 8 points on the board. Leicester come into this with, obviously, on the back of the defeat. Spurs looking good at the moment, unbeaten in 2 games. The record between these two sides, get your predictions in the house for this one. The record between these two sides are like this. Where are you, Leicester and Spurs? 35 victories for Leicester, 56 wins for Spurs, 21 draws over the years. The bookmakers go 2-1 for Leicester, 13-10 for Tottenham, 5-2 draw. This is the early kickoff on Saturday, the 21st. Predictions in the house. We have some LG and Cow again, first out of the blocks. 3-1 win for Spurs away from home. That'll be a monstrous result there. Russell Frost can't split them. 1-1 draw. Richard Crotang's going with a 2-1 win for Leicester. Fozza Jola's going with a 3-2 win. Goals galore for Spurs. Zane B's going to 4-2 victory for Spurs. Liam Scott's going with a 1-0 win for Spurs. MJW FIFA's gone with a 3-2 victory for Spurs, I believe. Blessing Shavenga's gone big, monstrous, 4-1 victory for Spurs. Tristan's looks like he's a Spurs fan, 20-0. We'll have to see what goes on with that one. Lewis Asher's going with a 6-goal thriller, 3 apiece. Ryland Davis he also goes with a 3-1 victory for Spuds. And Jacob Carter, 2-1 win for the former Premier League winners, Leicester City. Anyone else? No, let's go. I've actually gone with a 5-goal thriller. Going to take a wee sip of my drink for Leicester City. Next up, we have them freaks, them mongoloids. It is Burnley up against Norwich City, who did the bits last time out against Manchester City. Can they pick up a victory away from home? Get your predictions in the house right here, right now, while I take a wee sip of the brewski. I've been recording all morning, so I've been keeping it busy. So the record between the Freakazoids and Norwich looks a bit like this: 19 wins for the Dingles, 14 victories for Norwich, 7 draws over the years. Norwich, obviously, with that monstrous victory, they are now up to 13th. The Monsters are in 14th spot. The bookmakers go Burnley, 11-10 favourites, 11-4 for Norwich, 14-5 for the draw. What we got in the house? Tristan loves me. I love you, boys. Let's keep it going. Zane B is going with a Norwich 3-1 win. LG and Cal's also going with Norwich as well. Lewis Asher, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm with you. Russell Frost, 2-1 win for Norwich at the Canaries. Liam Scott, 750 to Norwich. Yes, up the Rovers indeed. Tristan has gone with a 3-2 victory for Norwich. I'm going with the away one here. Lewis Asher sides with Norwich as well. Looks like Norwich are like the third, everyone's second favourite team in the Premier League at the moment. Tristan, 3-2 win. MJW FIFA's going with Norwich as well. Looks like everybody's going with Norwich. Yeah, everyone's going with Norwich. Lugalas is going with Norwich as well. Fozuma Jala's going with a Norwich victory as well. And he calls them the Fricks. I like it. I like it indeed. Richard Quatang's with a 2-0 win for Norwich. Jacob Carter's going with 3-2 win for Norwich as well. Ryland Davis also going with Norwich. Blessing Shavinga going with Norwich. You know what? I probably led you up the garden path here. I cannot stand them. But I think I've given them the victory here. I've given them the Freakazoids, the Mongoloids, the six-fingered, whatevers. I give them the victory. I give them at home. Turdmore is very intimidating. If you have not up to date with your tetanus shots, you're going to catch some sort of disease, and I think Norwich will get caught out. Obviously, coming into this game on the back of them, such a morale boosting victory, they'll come crashing back down to earth because these Freakazoids will scare them, and the goalkeeper won't know what to do because they're so ugly. They'll score 2 goals. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. It is Everton up against Sheffield United. Everton come into this game, and what did they do last time out? They lost to Bournemouth. So Everton are now down to 11th spot in the table. Sheffield United obviously lost as well to Southampton. They're down to 15th and haven't won a game in 3 games. The record between the two sides looks like this: 53 victories for Everton, 47 victories for Sheffield United, 31 draws over the years. Predictions are in the house. We'll take a look at them in just a second. This is a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. The bookmakers go 20-13 on for Everton. So red hot favourites Everton at home. 9-2 Sheffield United away from home. There's money in this if you are a betting person. 11-4 the draw. Put a cheeky quid on Sheffield United to win here. Get me a couple of bob. So what we got in the house? What we got? Lewis Asher's all Wednesday. Unfortunately, no. But they did okay on the weekend. Tristan's going with a 1-0 win for Sheffield United. McBurney to score. Ex-Sheffield, ex-Swansea Ladaruni. Legolas is going with a 2-0 win for Everton. The Toffees. Lewis Asher's gone 3-1 for the Toffees as well. Elgin Cow's gone with Everton. Can't see anything but a win there. Zane B's gone 4-1 for the Blue Lads. Russell Frost 3-0 as well for Everton. Blessing Stravinga, he's still on about the Norwich game. MJW FIFA's gone 2-1. 1-1 draw for Jacob Carter. Can't separate them. Neither can Ryland Davis. Fozama Jallar has gone with a 2-1 win for Everton. Liam Scott 2-1 Everton. Blessing Stravinga 2-0 as well for Everton. Matty 10 3-1 as well. Both teams to score. Everton versus Sheffield United. That's a bit dubious prediction, that one, Richard. You got to... What did you actually predict earlier? No, I don't think you did. Yeah, so you're sitting on the fence a little bit. But for me, I've gone 2-0. I've gone 2-0 Everton to nick it at home. Goodison Park can be a bit of a fortress. But, yeah, it's just Sheffield United is just in a bit of a slump right now. Liam Martin is playing catch-up a little bit with his predictions. Meanwhile, next up, it is the champions, Manchester City, up against Watford. Not top. What are they? Second versus bottom in the table. Obviously, Watford coming to this back-to-back draws for them. So they possibly turned a corner. Manchester City, 2 wins of the past 4 games. So it's a little bit dubious for them. Their record over Watford over the years... looks like this. 18 victories for Manchester City, 6 victories for Watford, 5 draws over the years. Bookmakers 10-1 on Manchester City, 25-1 Watford away from home, 17-2 the draw. What have we got in the house? Ian Thomas is just flat out going with Watford. LG and Cow's going 1-0 Watford, Man City win here. Yeah, they do play midweek, so they do have some injuries to juggle with. Russell Frost got 3-0 Man City. Lewis Asher's gone 4-1 as well for Manchester City. Man City, Tristan's got 6-0 win for Manchester City. A repeat of the FA Cup. Jacob Carter's gone 8-0 City as well. Fonzo Majala's gone against the grain here. He could be a Liverpool fan, I think, in disguise, or doesn't like Man City. 3-2 victory for Watford away from home. Big call. Liam Martin's gone 4-0 City. MJWS, FIFA's gone for 4-1 victory for Manchester City. Ian Thomas gone Watford 2-1 away from home. Liam Scott 2-1 for City. 2-2 draw for Matty 10. 3-1 win for Zane B for Manchester City. Blessing Stravinga's gone 5-1 win for Manchester City. And Ryland Davis, just a 1-0 win as well. I cannot see anything but a bit of a stomp in here. I'm going 4-0 win for Manchester City, back to winning ways. And that win, it will not do nothing. Regardless of what goes on this week, if Liverpool lose to Chelsea, they will still be top of the pops. No one can knock them off the perch this weekend. Moving on to the final game on Saturday. It's the late kickoff. Newcastle up against Brighton. Now, this is a bit of a relegation crunch clash already. 18th place Newcastle hosting 16th place Brighton. Brighton haven't won a game since opening day. They have picked up 2 draws along the way, though. Newcastle, 2 games without a win as well. Their last victory was against... It was a big one. Who was that victory against? It was against... Come on, machine. It was Spurs. Spurs away from home. Big call. The record between the two sides. What do we got? Newcastle against Brighton. 10 victories for Brighton, 9 victories for Newcastle, 5 draws along the way. The bookmakers call this one 6-4 for Newcastle. Favourites 2-1 Brighton, long shots, 11-5 the draw. In the house, what do we have? Potter still a snake. 2-0 win for Newcastle. Tristan gone with it. Yep, I called it for Zuma. LG and Cal's gone 2-0 win for the Geordies as well. Lewis Asher's going in with a red herring right in there, completely against the grain. 3-1 win for Wednesday over Fulham. Meanwhile, Zane B's gone with the Geordies 2-1. Russell Frost 2-0 win as well for the victory over Brighton. I'll talk about that snake comment in a second. I'm also with you a little bit. Richard Cretan's with a 2-2 draw. Jacob Carter 3-0 win for Brighton. Matty 10 7-goal thriller 4-3. Fozama John tops him with an 8-goal thriller 4-4. Ian Thomas can't separate the two sides as well. Well, he can. 7-goal thriller 4-3 to Brighton. 2-1 win for Newcastle from Ryland Davis. Lewis Asher's gone with a 2-2 draw. He's also gone Sheffield Wednesday 3-1. He just wants to kind of make sure we see that. Iron Zion's gone with a 3-2 victory for the Geordies. Blessing Stravinga 1-1 draw. Can't separate two sides. Yes, so there was a comment earlier in there. It was a snake. Graham supposed a snake. I agree with you a little bit. He obviously been given a huge opportunity to take his managerial reign to the English game. You know, the British game, should I say. Obviously, Swansea are a Welsh team. He's worked his way up in the lower leagues in Sweden and whatnot, and got a great opportunity to manage over for Swansea. Only stuck it out for a year, and he jumped ship to Brighton. I know, huge opportunity for Brighton in the Premier League and all that. But really, I thought if Potter had stayed with Swansea, there'd definitely be top 6 contenders in the Championship, and I think they're going to... I know they started really well under the new guy, but still, it's a little bit of a thing. But anyway, that's just my little... I just want to agree on that. It's not a snake, but it's just... He should have given a bit more time for Swansea. Just jumped ship after 1 year. Anyway, next up, I've actually called this one. Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent. 2-1 win for the Geordies. Into Sunday's games, it is Crystal Palace up against Wolves. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, Crystal Palace were in top 4 consideration. They're down to 12th now. Wolves, on the flip side, also, they lost last time out. They're struggling right now in the 19th spot. They got a lot of stuff going on right now with obviously Europa League on Thursday, and now they're going to be playing on a Sunday against Crystal Palace. Difficult place to go, you know. So it's not looking good at the moment for Wolves. They're battling a lot of stuff at the moment. The record between the two sides over the years: 21 victories for Wolves, 21 victories for Crystal Palace, 26 victories for Wolves, 18 draws along the way. The bookmakers go with on this one: Crystal Palace 9-5, 70-10 for Wolves, 21-10 the draw. Let's get your predictions in the house while I take a wee sip. LG and Cal, Fazuma Jala beats him to it with a 8-goal thriller. 4-4. I love to watch your Premier League, Sam, because it looks goal-tastic. LG and Cal's gone with a 3-1 win for Wolves. Russell Frost has also gone with a 3-1 win for Wolves. Jacob Carter's gone with a 1,000? A billion? So he's heavily in favour of Wolves here. Tristan's gone with a 2-0 win for Wolves. Richard Quatang's going with a 2-0 win for Wolves as well. Lewis Asher 1-1 draw. Lego Lass has gone with a 1-0 win for Palace. 0-0 draw by Matty 10. 1-0 win for Wolves from Blessings Trevenga. Ryland Davis with a 2-1 win for Wolves as well. 2-1 win for Palace by Zane. Give you all the bits and pieces. I've actually called it 2-0 win. Going with Palace here on this one. Iron Zion with a 1-1 draw as well. Here we go. Here you come. I'll allow that one, Tristan. I'll let you have a look. He also does his predictions as well, so check that bad boy out. So West Ham up against Manchester United. Now West Ham have started the season pretty good shape. Obviously they picked up a draw yesterday against Aston Villa. That ended up 0-0, but West Ham coming to this with 8 points on the board, the same amount of points as Manchester United. It's going to be at the old London Stadium, so it's going to be a tricky old game, this one. It'll be worth the watch, I suspect. The record between these two sides over the years: 66 victories for Manchester United, 44 victories for West Ham, 31 draws over the years. The bookmakers, gone are the days where it was a stone cold victory for Manchester United here, but it's going to be tight. 12-5 West Ham, 21-20 Manchester United. Our favourites to win this game. 27-10 the draw. I would actually, again, there's money to be made for the Sheffield United victory. There's money to be made here with a West Ham victory if you were to go down that road. What have you got in the house? Lewis Asher's gone with a 3-2 win for West Ham. Russell Foster's gone for United 2-1. A 1-1 draw for Fonsuma Jala. 2-0 win for Zane for Manchester United. A 0-0 draw from Tristan. Jacob Carter's gone with a 2-1 win for the Irons. Richard Kratang's also gone for West Ham. Legolas has also gone West Ham as well. 2-0, 1-0 respectively. Matty 10's joined the West Ham gang 3-1. Jacob Carter has gone with a West Ham win. Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Newcastle. He's playing a little bit of catch-up. LG and Cow with a 1-0 win for West Ham. Ryland Davis 3-1 for United. Liam Martin's also gone 2-0 United. And J1W has picked a Manchester United victory as well. I've gone, surprise, surprise, can't call it myself, a 1-1 draw, just like Iron Zion with a 1-1 draw. Blessings Trevenga with a 2-0 win for United as well. So not too shabby, Reno boys. So not too shabby with the old predictions. Moving on to Arsenal against Aston Villa. We're going to save the best till last. Arsenal Villa taking place on Sunday as well. Late kickoff, same kickoff as the big one. The record between the two sides: 66 victories for Arsenal over the years, 82 victories for Aston Villa, 45 draws among the years. Obviously Arsenal coming to this in 7th with 8 points on the board. Villa struggling a little bit at the moment in 17th spot. Just the one loss though in the past 3 games, but realistically when you look at that, the bigger picture, it's just 1 win all season, so not great. What we got in the chat here? So Liam Martin was straight in the blocks there with the 2-1 win for Arsenal. Russell Frost 2-2 draw. Elgin Cow's also gone with a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Zane B's gone 1-0 win for Villa. Cheeky. Tristan 24's gone with a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Not too shabby indeed, San. Fonza Majala's gone with a 2-2 draw. La Liga predictions, just recorded them earlier. They will be live. They'll be on the channel tomorrow. Lewis Asher's gone with a 1-1 draw. Jacob Carter's gone with a 3-1 win for the Gunners. 2-1 win Is Lacazette injured? He might be injured, so I don't know if he's going to be there for the hat-trick. J1W is a 2-1 win for Arsenal. 2-0 win for Matty 10 for Arsenal. 2-2 draw, Ryland Davis. Richard Cuttangs with a 2-0 win for Arsenal. 3-1 win for Arsenal as well. Blessing Stravenga's going with that one. And again, Irons with a 3-1 win for Arsenal. Matty 10, 2-0. Yes, just confirming it. I've also gone with a 3-0 win. I've gone big for the Gunners to bounce back. Obviously, they had a bit of a collapse against Watford. 2-2 draw. A 2-0 lead as well against the bottom club. But you can't write off Watford. They've got new managers to bounce and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, Arsenal will pick up the victory. 3-0 win in the end. And here we go, boys. It is probably the game of the weekend. One of the games of the season as well. Over at Stamford Bridge. Frank Lampard's Chelsea up against the Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, the European champions. Chelsea looking good at the moment. Unbeaten in the last 4 games. Won the last one, drew the one before that, won the one before that, drew the one before that. The record between these two sides is juggernauts. 63 victories for Chelsea over the years, 78 victories for Liverpool, 41 draws over the years. The bookmakers call this one. It is late kickoff on Sunday. 13-5 for Chelsea, evens for Liverpool, so they are favourites. 27-10, the draw. What we got? Get your predictions in the house. I want to see these ones for real. So Liam Martin straight out the blocks with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Tristan's gone the other way. 4-1 win for Liverpool. He says Frank Lampard's not going to last long. I don't know. I think he's turned a corner. I think he'd be given the season. Jacob Carter's gone with an 8-goal thriller. 4-4. That would be an absolute belter. I've just put Mount in my fantasy team, so I hopefully he does score a couple. Fonz Majala's gone with a 3-1 win for Chelsea. Ree's gone with 3-1 win for Thingamajig, Liverpool. Ree's gone 3-1 win for Chelsea. Lewis Asher's gone with a 5-goal thriller in favour of Chelsea, 3-2 victory. Matty 10's gone 6-goal thriller in favour of Chelsea as well, 4-2. Richard Katang with a 1-1 draw. Russell Frost with a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Elgin Kel's gone 2-1 Liverpool. Legolas Good's gone 7-goal thriller. He has to top it. 5-2 victory for Chelsea. Ryland Davis with a 5-0 win for Liverpool. Blessing Stravenga's gone 6-goal thriller in it. 4-2 to Liverpool. Zane has gone with a 3-2 victory for Liverpool. VAR ruling out a Mount equaliser in the 96th minute. And J1W with a 2-2 draw. Mane and Abraham both to score both goals. Irons with a 5-goal thriller as well. 3-2 victory for Liverpool over Chelsea's. So that, well, I'll take another look in a second, but I've gone with a 3-1 win for Liverpool here to pick up the victory. Just to let you know, Chelsea come into this in 6th spot, 8 points on the board. Liverpool obviously top of the pops. And they will remain number 1 regardless of what happens. Even if they get thumped 62-0, they will still be top of the pops regardless. And that will wrap up match day number 6, boys and girls. I do appreciate your live chat and your live comments and your live predictions. My opinion of Gary Monk is a cracking manager. I think Sheffield Wednesday have done bits picking him up, and I think Sheffield Wednesday will do all right this season. Top half, whatever. Blessing Stravenga. I will just check out the latest, the new fantasy video, which will be on live on Thursday. Check that out, or I'll put some description and instructions to see if you can still join the group. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Make sure you check that out. I will do a mid-season table predictions. It'll be around about December time, over Christmas period, something like that. Yes. But yes, I do appreciate your live chat, your live predictions, but make sure you get them predictions in the chat, in the comment section down below, in block by block form, so we can put them on the template for the next video to see how well you guys got on, because I can't edit this. It will take me forever, too long to edit it. So make sure you put your predictions in there. And also let you know that I will not be... in fact, if my predictions come true, this is what the table will look like. Liverpool will be top of the pops, 6 wins out of 6. Man City will be second still with 13 points on the board. Arsenal will be third. Leicester City will be fourth. Southampton, crazy, will be up to 5th in the table. Watford will remain bottom. Wolves in second. Villa, third from bottom. They're all going down as it stands. I do too, Fossa Majala, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen this year. We'll have to wait and see. We're okay at the moment. We're just trying to keep out of people's reckoning. Anyway, just to let you know that I do live predictions on Monday for the Championship. Tuesday is Premier League Day. Thursdays usually is Champions League Day, but it's like every other week. So this week was no live show for the Champions League. I thought they're already live. You missed it, Tristan. It was yesterday. Just to let you know that I will be live once again tomorrow for a special one-off, and that is FIFA 20 Career Mode Reveal. I've got the 4 teams. I'm going to put them in a bowl. We're going to reveal I'm going to eliminate one by one till the last one remains, and that will be my FIFA 20 Career Mode team for the season. And then once that game gets released, I'm going to try and do at least 1 episode a day career mode to try and drag whoever I've picked to the top of the world. And also let you know I'm on Saturday live on Twitch for the Blackburn Rovers watch along. You can catch me watching Reading against Rovers with also with the analytics and stats behind me, so I'll keep you up to date with what's going on elsewhere, not just the Reading game, but also other Championship games, also Premier League updates, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you pop around on Saturday around about 3 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. if you're in Central Europe, depending on where you are. For me, it's early doors. It's 10 a.m. over in the US. Link to my Twitch is down below. Yeah. Oh, that'll be well, appreciate the shout out, Tristan. Appreciate the shout out. Tell them to pop on over to catch the live streams. And that, my friends, is pretty much all I have for you. And I do again appreciate you coming here. It was a little bit earlier than usual. I think next week we'll be back to maybe the next, like an hour later. I just got a lot on my agenda today, so I've got to run out. But yeah, enjoyed this. I love it. I love the interacting with you guys. And I'll take a single. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, but yes, just pop on over onto the Twitch and say hello. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure if you're watching this not live and on the restream, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you're new. Premier League videos and predictions and all that kind of stuff every week. Thanks again, J1W, and hopefully I'll see you all again next week when we do these again for the Premier League. Monday, remember, Championship Day. And next week, I think we've also got the Champions League. But until then, I'll catch you all on the flippity flop, whenever that may be. Hopefully, I'm going to run the outro this time. I forgot to do that yesterday. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.